The idea of building green is no longer considered to be on the fringe. Today, it's quite in vogue to have sustainability in mind when planning new urban development. Since 1993, however, one architectural design firm has been striving to meet or exceed standards of sustainable development in everything they do, beginning at a time when this was not understood by the public at large. That's one of the missions of J.G. Johnson Architects. The day is long past when developers could give a very public nod to the values of sustainability, but then carry on at the construction site with old harmful practices. J.G. Johnson Architects' work in establishing principles of responsible, sustainable development has helped put to rest such old myths as, it's too expensive, it's too difficult, nobody cares, and the market doesn't want it.
Sustainability is really a lifestyle. It's about what you eat, how you exercise, how you use energy, how we design our buildings, and how we use our buildings. To understand the importance of sustainability, it's something you think about all the time, not just once in a while.
A green building can be a bargain when considering the operation and maintenance cost over the lifespan of a project. When properly sealed and insulated, heating and cooling costs drop to a minimum permanently. And an alternative energy production system, such as solar panels or geothermal heating and cooling, can pay for itself by selling excess energy to the power grid and reducing energy cost without emitting harmful gases. As for designing green being difficult, J.G. Johnson Architects successfully incorporates sustainable strategy into the normal design process, making it seamless for the design and development team, but with more effective results for the earth.
What needs to change are the current industry norms, which are unnecessarily wasteful and unhealthy. We can and should create environments that are healthier for people to live in, to work in, and to stay in when traveling.
A specialty of J.G. Johnson is the large hotel or resort complex. Travelers may feel that they're only spending one night in a hotel or other place of hospitality, so why should they be concerned about its sustainability practices? Yet, unless the traveler has left the earth, he or she is still affected by this planet's general state of health. Another specialty of the company is the use of single tracts of land to house multiple families. Another good choice for sustainability. With a little concern for environmental values and an eye to saving money on heating, cooling, and upkeep, these structures too can be examples of sustainable development. And nowhere can this statement be made more loudly and clearly than in large public works. In fact, shouldn't these places that are owned by all the people be held to a standard of harming none? The government has drawn up a set of guidelines for measuring the sustainability factor of a project, known as LEED.
LEED certification is a great measuring tool, and it's done a whole lot for society to raise the awareness for responsible building design and energy conservation. Whether or not a particular client wants LEED certification on an actual project, we still encourage the use of all the components of LEED certification.
A nation's heritage is important to most of its citizens, and just as important to J.G. Johnson. When historic structures are restored and rejuvenated, it's a win-win situation for people and the environment.
We feel that the restoration of older buildings is the ultimate act in recycling because you're preserving the embodied energy and resources of the original construction. We take great pride in preserving the historic fabric of our society. Most of these sites would be difficult, if not impossible, to replicate today. Historic preservation is another social responsibility of an architect.
Every pound of building material not cast into a landfill site saves the environment from one more piece of pollution and spares the world from having to use additional resources to replace the material. Also, a majestic old structure usually commands a high market value.
A building project that incorporates sustainable values is much more responsible to mankind in environmental, social, financial, and human terms.
For more information on sustainable development, call 303-892-7062 or visit www.jgjohnson.com.